Hey guys, how's it going? We're back playing some Minecraft, and uh, we're gonna start making these buildings. We're not gonna make it out of wood. Use cobble for now, and of course later on, the walls and the buildings will be changing um, textures, I guess. Say I'll be using different blocks and whatnot. It's not gonna be all just stone, all just cobble for the buildings, and walls. It'll have variation, and it'll help make it more detailed as well. But since yeah, I guess I'll just build this up. Maybe that. I'll make it that tall. Maybe that tall. Yeah, that should be a good height. You know what? This is gonna take a while. So what I'll do, I'll just time lapse it, and then I'll be back. Alright, there we go. Now, maybe some of you are thinking that's pretty big, Barracks. Like, you don't need to make it that big. But we do need a lot of soldiers in this, be sleeping in this castle, because there needs to be enough for the entire city. So this is actually quite small. Might get a couple hundred, 100+ soldiers in here. Depending on how crowded it gets inside. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good height. And then we'll have our catapult here, and maybe on this side we will make a tower. So, just make a square tower. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Six. 2, 4, 6 by 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then we will just build it down. Hopefully it's not too dark when it's nighttime. Just do that so it's easier for you guys to see. There we go. Let's actually do the inside as well. Does not need to be there. Okay, and now that we built this tower here, we actually need to make this wall a bit thicker. Something like that. Alright, there we go. I'm back. Okay, now that we have that done, we shall start working on one of the other buildings, or maybe we'll add some more towers. Right after we get this tower cleared out of all this junk. And there we go. Okay. So we got the general shape almost complete. Almost. Right here, I think I'll add something. Not sure what, though. Whether it be another tower or... yeah, I'm not too sure. You know what, let's start building up this building. The keep. That's what it's called. Now in the keep we will have most likely have a throne room for the king's throne, and we'll just sit there and issue new laws and stuff like that. And then we should also have a dining room for all the kings and nobles, as well as what else do we need? Kitchen to cook the food, because you can't have a meal without somewhere to cook it. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this in another video, but the reason why I'm making this building too thick, the walls too thick, instead of one, is because then I could, when I'm changing up the interior, the building, I can just destroy this inner wall and replace it with something a bit nicer. Alright, guys, so I am back, and I decided to also finish the stable, so just so that you guys don't have to watch me make it. Basically what I did is put 2 archways, which I will change later on, because I know it is a lot of cobblestone on cobblestone. But in here we will have the horses, and so we'll put a bunch of hay and some water and stuff for them. And then up here we have a staircase, which I just roughly did. And then it'll lead up to the second half of the stable, which will be where all the knights sleep. So we'll have the knights, and then in here we'll have swordsmen and archers sleeping. Since we do have a very small stable, there won't be very many knights, but we are in a castle, so we shouldn't need too many anyways. If we're in a city, might need a few to send messages that we're under attack, but that's about it. So let's actually get our roof design going. Let's see. Actually, first we'll add a what's it called? A bell tower. So that base. Well, I'll build it first and then I'll explain what it does. Maybe we'll build it. Maybe just right here. 2, 3. Make it 4 by 4. Actually, 5 by 5. And that'll leave us with a hallway as soon as you walk in. Or you know what, you'll walk into the base of the tower, but whatever, that's fine, right? Yeah, because this wall ends right here. Here to here is empty. Just thinking, maybe not. Let's not have it there. But also down there, I'd like to have it. Well, yeah, we'll have it here. Okay, and then just build this up a bit. Okay, and then we will get a little bit more narrow. Like so. This is why I wanted it to be 5 by 5 instead of 4 by 4. And then we will go like so. We get rid of that layer. Yeah, there we go. Got a bell tower. So basically, there'll be a bell hanging here, and then there will be a guy maybe peeking through these windows if I add windows here or whatever. But there will be a guy up here, and when he looks over the lands and he sees an army coming towards the city, he rings the bell. The army gets alerted to go get their weapons, get on the walls, and the villagers all know to stay inside. Because war is about to happen. But yeah, that's basically the purpose of this tower. Okay. Alright, there we go. So, let's quickly change it to day again. Okay, so what we will do is grab our cobblestone. And basically all we're doing to do is go up along the side of the castle. Make it look like there is some fortifications. Extra fortifications along the bottom. And this will also give the castle a extra protection along the bottom, as well as extra detail. Detail is always nice to have. That looks a lot better than having it just flat like that. And the reason why I chose the cobblestone is because it's near the bottom of the castle. It's the first to be finished. So that means that stone has time to decay and stuff like that. I don't know if that's the right word, but it should be a little bit more run down. Alright, and there we go. It's the end of the little trim at the bottom. The extra fortifications, basically. So yeah, it's a great way to, add detail to the castle. And we will still be adding more detail to the walls, so do not worry. But this will be the end of episode 5. I do believe.